Hello everyone and welcome to episode 11 of the ZooKeeper series. Today we are starting off with a mega exhibit. This is going to be the biggest exhibit that I've tried to do. And it starts off over here in the ravine. Now you can see this place has changed quite a bit. I have, whoops, I'm falling. That's fine. I have stone bricked all of the walls, made it all just kind of a flat area and put some dirt at the bottom. Now this place, I kind of had this idea from the beginning. I don't think I've mentioned it in a video, but I kind of had an idea where I would make this thing into a giant fish tank. So from the top, you could like walk around on here. I'll put some glass up here. You could look down into it, and it'll have different viewing platforms on different heights so that you can look in and see all of the wildlife that is in there. So the first step of making this thing was just to get it all cleared out and everything so that it's all ready for the other elements to be built into it. So before I even begin to fill it with water or animals or anything like that, I am going to need to put in the viewing platforms. So I have actually started that process, and that process begins over here in reptile tunnels. So I have actually not been down here in a while in a video. The last thing I did down here was this anaconda exhibit. So I dug this tunnel over to the left here. Now this thing is not that long. I could probably fit a few exhibits along here, which I'm probably going to end up doing. That just goes into the huge tank area. Let's see if I can get back up in here. Oh, easy. Okay, so this is obviously fairly high up compared to the depth of this thing, because reptile tunnels isn't actually that deep underground. You can see that here, that really we aren't that far underneath the surface. So I will be definitely making stairways and different viewing platforms with some glass all around this thing. So it'll kind of spiral up. You can get up to the surface, you can go all the way down to the bottom and just look all around this thing. And just look all around this exhibit. So I am going to get that done, and I will come back when that step is finished. Alright, that step is now done. If the chunks will load in, there we go. You can see that I have done a bit of stuff. So I've got two areas where you can look into this place, and there's two ways you can get in. One is through here, where you can just kind of go down here and it'll lead you up to the second level. You can walk all the way along here to the second area where you can get in, which is reptile tunnels. This place links directly up to there. So here is the anaconda, and here's the tunnel that I showed you guys earlier. I have expanded it and made it into this nice area. You can also go all the way down here to the bottom floor, where you can walk along here. Now I've put in the exhibit glass just so that it's more clear, and there's lights above and below just to kind of light up all of this area. I will be sprinkling in some more lighting throughout this build, but for right now I think that is good. So that means that we move on to the next step, which is filling this entire place with water, which is going to take quite a bit of water. So I am going to do that, and I will come back when that's done. Alright, that step is done. Oh my gosh, that took a long time. They're all water source blocks, so I had to go layer by layer and just kind of make my way up here. But it is done now, so that is very nice. The only thing that's kind of disappointing is that it doesn't really look the best through the glass. From the top it looks really good, but just from the sides, because the water flows down around the glass, it doesn't always look great. But I think if I just scatter in more lighting in here, it'll look a lot better, because obviously from down here you can literally see nothing. Over in this corner you can probably see the most because there's the most light spread out around the most area. So I'll definitely be putting more lights in here when I get this place all prettied up, and that's actually the next step, is to put some vegetation in here. I have a couple corals and sea urchins, so I'll put those guys in here, and we'll just get this place have a bit of vegetation in it. So I'll come back when that's done. Alright, this place is all vegetated. Yeah, vegetated. That's not even a word, but it's done. I've put a ton of lights in here. Let me turn off my particles real fast. Okay, there. Now the particles are off, so it looks a lot, so I can see. So I've put a ton of stuff in here. So the bottom is littered with glowstone. I have also put quite a bit of glowstone on the sides. Not a ton. I didn't spam it. I mean, I guess I did, but you still have like dark spots, which I think is kind of nice because if you ever look in one of these things, and I know they have like those little bubbles in the side of them, and if you sit in one of those in an actual aquarium, that freaks me out. Oh, like looking down into the water, that freaks me out. So yeah, it's kind of got some dark, creepy places in there, which I think is good. So I'm just going to head over here, take the stairs down, and take a look through the sides. Now this is the part where it's kind of like very dark, but I think you'll still be able to see the fish in here, which is really what I want, and the main thing that I'm worried about. And the bottom layer here looks really nice because it's got a ton of vegetation, there's a ton of corals and different kelp things down there, and it's very lit up on the bottom layer here. So this layer and up at the top is probably the best areas that you can view this place from. Probably the best being the top because you can see a ton and there's none of that weird flowy water effect that you get on the sides here. So yeah, I have gotten pretty much the entire aquarium part done. Alright, so since that whole exhibit is done, and like without the animals, that means it's time to put the animals in it, or the fish rather. So I have pufferfish, bluefish, salmon, eels, the marine tangs, the octopus, paddlefish, clownfish, and cichlids. Hold up, give me a second. Okay, apparently it's pronounced cichlid, so I have those guys too. I have a ton of them. They come in many different colors, that's why there's so many, and that is a lot of the fish that I actually have in here. This is all of the fish that I have left. Now, dolphins I can't put in there. Humpback whales I'm not going to put in there. Well, I can't even. Orcas I can't. I'm not going to put the dwarf crocodile in there. I want a separate exhibit for him. The eastern stingrays. Now, at an aquarium that I've been to, there is a petting area, I guess, where you can touch the stingrays, and there's a giant pool for them. So I'm going to make something kind of like that for this. And Amazon River dolphins I can't put in there. So the dolphins and the orcas and the humpback whales I can't put in there because they're mammals, they need air, and that is a sealed tank, so they will drown. And I don't want that to happen. I have also decided to put the tiger shark and the great white sharks in there because I did research and they won't eat each other if they can find a food bin. So that's nice. I will definitely be putting some food barrels in there for them. They don't always eat, but if they need to eat, they will have them, and I will find out what they like to play with because I haven't actually looked at any of these guys' like statistics, I guess is what you'd call them. So I'm going to take a look at one of them right now and see what they would like. So let's just pop this guy right over here in this little tank. Okay, so this is, so there's not actually, there's no way to tame this guy. That is interesting. Hold up. Come here. Let me look at a few more and see. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can tame these guys, so they may despawn. I might name tag them just so that they won't. But that's interesting that I can't tame them. Let's see. I've got an octopus. Can I tame this guy? Let's see. Yes, I can tame him. Alright, that's good. Where'd he go? Come here. And I also got a clownfish. Okay, so I can't even open the book on this guy. Let's see. F3 and G. Nope. F3 and B. Yes. Okay, that's interesting. So I cannot even open the book on that guy. So that means I cannot tame him either. Come here. So I just got a couple clownfish from that guy, but he's not dead. That's a weird bug that seems to happen, is it'll like say that I killed the animal and it'll give me the drop for killing it, but it's not actually dead. So, okay. These guys will need to be named. The octopus can be tamed. The paddlefish can be tamed. So can the sharks. Pufferfish, can't get too close to those guys. Bluefish, salmon, and eels I need to look at. Okay, salmon, I can't even open the book. Pufferfish, I doubt I will be able to name, but I would like to... Nope, okay. Cannot do this guy. Oh, dang, he got me. And then the eel is the last one I have to check. And I don't know if he'll hurt me. I guess we'll find out. Oh, he's very friendly. Hello. Well, that's surprising. Okay, let's see. Come here. I can't get out of the water. Okay, so I can tame this guy too. Alright, so a couple of these things will need to be name tagged, and I can do that. And then the other ones I will tame. So I'll get these guys all tamed and name tagged, and then I will come back when that's done. Alright, so I have tamed up all of the animals that I could, and all of the other ones that I couldn't tame are name tagged their name. So marine tangs, the pufferfish, bluefish, sockeye salmon, the cichlid, and the clownfish. Okay, so those are all the ones that are name tagged, and hopefully they won't despawn. Theoretically they shouldn't despawn, but I don't really know. I guess we'll find out. So now I am just going to take these guys on over here, put them all in the exhibit, and this will be done. That took an amazing amount of stuff to get all these guys tamed up and everything. It was a process, I will say. Alright, so all of the fish and different fish type creatures, I guess. I don't know if octopus are considered fish or not, but they are all in here. I'm going to put one food barrel here and fill it with I think these are just fish. They're just raw fish, yeah. And the other one is going to go right here, and I'm just going to fill it with the rest of these. And with that, I can slowly swim back up to the top. And there we go. I've got a ton of empty nets. That's great. Let me put this one away. There we are. And now we can take a look at this place. Oh my gosh. This was a project. Oh, but it looks so good. That is very cool. I think that's probably the best view of it right there. That is very cool. Oh my gosh. Look at all those guys in there. So there is a ton of animals in here. I'm going to go down to the lower level and we can take a look at it from down there. There we go. Get a closer look at all the animals just kind of chilling down here. I feel like the octopus are going to be commonly sitting at the bottom of the tank. You can see the big sharks and everything as they go by. There's a few eels in there. Oh, that is a cool place. I really like this exhibit. I think it was an awesome idea to just put it down there. I'm going to look at it from the top now just to get the final look at it, I guess. The final angle on it. There is the whole thing. This place is huge. They have a ton of area in here, and I think I can even add more if I need to, honestly. If there's more that I want to add in here, I don't see a reason not to, because there's still a ton of space. So, yeah. There is the ravine turned into a fish tank. Alright, so I've done a bit of path work around here, and I haven't taken out this mountain yet. That's just because I didn't want to. Right this second, I will do that in between episodes or in the next episode. I have not decided yet, but this mountain does need to go. It is kind of intrusive on this area, and I would like to maybe put another exhibit there if I can. As you can see, there's a pretty big area here where I could probably fit a few more exhibits. These guys are going crazy in here. They are moving around very fast. Wow. But yeah, I've put path all around here. I put some railing on this thing just to kind of make it less of a dangerous area. You don't want anyone falling down there getting hurt. There's just a 1 block gap in here. I guess it's kind of 1.5, maybe 2 blocks if you really measure it out. But there's not a very big gap here, and there's nothing I can really do about that now because I've already built this stairway to link here. But I don't really think it's a big deal that there's not a ton of space right here. Alright, you guys, so I have gone out and I've gotten myself one more cichlid. And that is because I have been keeping track of the amount of animals that I have added to the zoo. So I know how many animals I have, just because I feel like that's kind of a fun statistic to be able to compare. And with this exhibit, this last guy, I had 45 animals, 45 fish in here. And with this guy, I will now have 46. And now, what's the significance of the 46? Well, the significance of the 46 is that with that number, I now have a total of 100 animals in the zoo. That is insane. That is a huge number, I feel like, for a fairly small amount of space, actually. So that is so cool. I've got 100 animals in here. And it all started with these giraffes. So I think every episode now I'll just kind of do a little bit of an update on the total number of animals that I have in here, just to kind of keep you guys updated with the progress and how fast this place is growing. This episode, obviously, we have pretty much doubled. We have a little less than doubled, I guess, the amount of animals in the zoo, because pre this exhibit, I had 54 animals in the zoo, and with this other 46, it's 100. So yeah, I think every episode I'll just kind of update you guys with a bit of a flyover and an update to how many animals are here. But I think that's where I'm going to end off the episode for today. I've only done one exhibit, but it was a mega exhibit. It took a ton of time IRL for me to build that, and we got 100 animals. So that's a pretty cool achievement. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!